What's up? Putty Sports Gamer here. I love this hire as a 49ers fan. I love that they hired Steve Wilkes as defensive coordinator. I don't know if you saw my D'Amico Ryans video. Hope you did. But I did say I'd rather have Vic Fangio, but he went to the Dolphins. But I think Steve Wilkes is a better fit because he runs the same defense as the 49ers have been running the past few years. And it'll be a great transition from D'Amico Ryans to Steve Wilkes. Vic Fangio ran a different type of defense. He ran a 3-4 instead of a 4-3. And it would have been an adjustment period for the 49ers. But this is going to be like a smooth transition. And they're going to might even be better than they were in the last 2 years with D'Amico Ryans. Because D'Amico Ryans basically ran what Robert Saleh ran. He just kept it going since he was already in a coaching staff. But Steve Wilkes is coming in from Carolina. He's bringing his fresh ideas, fresh vision to the 49ers. I'd rather have them hire Steve Wilkes than promote from within, as the 49ers probably still would have ran the same defense. So I think that defense is even going to be improved from last year with Steve Wilkes, the defensive coordinator. And let me know if I'm saying Steve Wilkes a lot, which I am. I'm excited for next year, even though this season's not even over yet with the Super Bowl coming up. But I am excited for next year. So 1 week after defensive coordinator D'Amico Ryans departed to become the Houston Texans head coach, which I wish him well, the 49ers have his replacement. The Niners are hiring Steve Wilkes, who was most recently the interim head coach of the Carolina Panthers, as the next defensive coordinator. Sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter on Tuesday. Wilkes' hiring comes a day after his formal interview with the team. I'm glad they just swooped him up. Everybody's saying this is a great hire. ESPN's saying it's a great hire. I'm saying it's a great hire as a beloved 49ers fan, and I'm excited. In commencing the search for Ryan's replacement, Niners coach Kyle Shanahan made it clear last week that he was hoping to maintain continuity on a defense that's consistently ranked near the top of the league in recent seasons, which Steve Wilkes is a good fit and Vic Fangio would not have been a good fit in the eyes of Shanahan. I love our defense. I'm trying to make something where we don't have to turn much over. I would love to keep our same staff, so I'm going to talk to some guys on our staff. I'm going to talk to some guys outside of our staff, and hopefully whichever way we decide to go, whether we bring in a new guy or not, this is someone who can work with who we have and what we accomplish here, because I love the scheme we run, and I feel the foundation we have on the D-line, at linebacker, at corner, at safety. I think our players fit very well in it too, so I'm hoping to find someone who fits in with us personality-wise and scheme-wise. This is before they hired Steve Wilkes, obviously. They hired the perfect person for the scheme. Shanahan's insistence on keeping things the same stemmed from the Niners defense that in 2 combined years on the Ryans ranked second in NFL in points and yards per game allowed, 4th in ESPN's defensive efficiency in yards per play, and 5th in defensive EPA. In Wilkes, the Niners are getting someone with NFL experience as a head coach, defensive coordinator, and defensive backs coach. Last season, he was Carolina's defensive passing game coordinator and secondary coach before being promoted to interim head coach upon Mike Rule's firing. With Wilkes at the helm, the Panthers went 6-6, came up short of winning the NFC South Division crown. Before that, Wilkes was Arizona Cardinals head coach in 2018 and Panthers defensive coordinator in 2017 and Cleveland Browns defensive coordinator in 2019. Steve Wilkes is disappointed. He wanted to become the Carolina head coach. He wants a head coaching job somewhere. So he was very disappointed. I think this is a good fit for him. As you can see from the past, this is a great stepping stone to becoming a head coach elsewhere. The 49ers are starting to become widely known for creating head coaches from their coaching system. You got look at Robert Saleh, who's pretty successful with the Jets. Mike McDaniel led the Dolphins to the playoffs. And I think D'Amico Ryans is going to turn around the Houston Texans in a couple of years. Wilkes probably knows this is a good fit for him as far as defensive coordinator. And it's a pretty good stepping stone for him to become head coach in the future. In probably a couple of years. Like Ryans and Robert Saleh before him, Wilkes prefers a base 4-3 defense that mixes coverages and emphasizes generating pressure from the front four. Just think back to the draft. They traded 3 first-round picks to get Trey Lance. Imagine if they kept those picks and picked what was Dallas ended up with that picked at that position. Micah Parsons. Can you even imagine Nick Bosa on one side and Micah Parsons on the other? And probably Jimmy G at quarterback. But still, their defense would have been unbelievable. But alas, they used those draft picks to pick Trey Lance. And it looks like they're going to go with Trey Lance, Brock Purdy for next year. for the competition, see who wins out. Wilkes was considered a finalist to become Panthers head coach on a permanent basis, but Carolina opted for Frank Reich instead. Wilkes posted a statement on Twitter after Reich's hiring, saying, in part, "I'm disappointed but not defeated. Many people aren't built for this, but I know what it means to persevere and see it through." While Wilkes did not get a head coaching job this offseason, he landed in a spot that has been a springboard to those positions. Both the previous coaches have hold the defensive coordinator position under Shanahan. Ryan and Saleh have gone out and become head coaches, like I said. I think this is a great win for the 49ers franchise to get Steve Wilkes as defensive coordinator. And like I said, I think they're going to be even better next year than they were this year. They'll get their injuries, they'll get the players that got injured early in the year back, and they're going to be stronger than ever. And again, next year, they're going to be in the thick of things to go to the championship and even the Super Bowl, maybe win the Super Bowl, depending on that quarterback situation, how it performs and how it progresses during the season next year. So let me know what you think about this move. It's been a great move by 49ers, or should they have gone somewhere else? Please subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks. See ya.